was a king in the western region of Nigeria. He was called Oba by the people of the land. The king loved justice and hated injustice, and he was known to be very noble, kind-hearted, as well as very strict. He was married to one beautiful woman, the queen, who always stood by him and his words. They had only one beautiful daughter, the princess of the land, who left to study overseas. In that same land was a man called Adebayo, who had a close friend called Kunle. Kunle has once been imprisoned for a crime he committed before, and since he was released, he decided to turn a new leaf and avoid crime completely. One sunny day, the queen, as usual, went to the market to buy some food items, and as usual, she always purchased a very big fresh fish to make delicious pepper soup for her family. After her purchase that day, on her way home, she stood by the bridge to adjust her attire, and the fish slipped out of the bag and landed back into the sea. She got home and was about to cook when she realized her big fresh living fish was nowhere in sight. Shocked, she searched and searched but could not find it. The king walked in and observed her countenance and asked what was wrong. And she explained, and then an idea clicked for the king. He said, "Yes, this is an awesome opportunity to gain a successor." And the queen asked, "What do you mean?" And he said, "I will send a town crier to gather all the eligible young men to the palace." All the eligible young men were asked to come to the palace, and the task was given to them to go find the fish. And anyone who finds the fish will be made the successor of the king. Wow! The queen bought this idea completely, and the town crier was sent to announce that the audience of every eligible young man is needed in the palace. Among the eligible young men was Adebayo and Kunle. And when they gathered around the palace, the king announced, "Whomever is able to find the exact fresh fish the queen lost on her way back to the palace will succeed me as king." And this news was a shock to everyone. And the thrill of it and the excitement got everyone up and about to find the missing fish, including Adebayo. But Kunle refused to engage in the search. When asked why by his friend, he explained, I have been a criminal once, and he does not even stand a chance being loved again by the people, and also he doubts he can ever be king." Adebayo, his friend, replied, "Suit yourself, friend. As for me, I'll do whatever it is in my power to be the next king of this village," and he set off looking for the fish. When he looked over and over and could not find it, after trailing back and forth the market, a tricky idea came to his mind. He used his whole savings to buy a new fish from the market. After disguising as a woman to prevent suspicion from anyone, pretending like he had found the fish, he screamed close to the bridge on his way to the palace, "I found it!" So he went to the palace screaming, "Your Highness, I found the fish the queen lost on her way from the market. It was lost, now it's found." And those around were suspicious but cheered as the queen and the king came out smiling. "Wow," the king said, "I pronounce you king after me." All things being equal, and everyone cheered as they heard the announcement. The king had no son to succeed him, hence the need for a male successor for the village. People congratulated Adebayo as he went by. As he went home, he was so excited and became anxious to become the next king as soon as possible. So at night, he went to Kunle's house and he jumped through Kunle's window and started tapping him. "Kunle, get up!" Kunle, with his sleepy voice, asked, "Who is this?" And then the boy saw, woke up, got up, "Let's plan something." Kunle jumped up saying, "What did I hear you say? Plan something? Where? How? What exactly?" Adebayo still forced him to listen to him, and when Kunle stood up, he showed him a very sharp glittering knife, and Kunle was And Kunle was about to shout when Adebayo covered his mouth, saying, "I want us to kill the king with this knife." But Kunle refused to go with Adebayo's. He said, "I know this and remember when I become the king." On hearing he would become the king, Kunle decided to follow him, and Kunle happened to be aware also about the fish Adebayo bought, pretending to have found it. Trembling as they went in order not to be caught, they followed a shortcut that led straight to the palace. The rooftop of the king's room had an opening, so when they got to the palace, they placed a ladder that would enable them climb up and access the roof. Everywhere was pitch dark, completely dark. The both of them then stood at the bottom of the ladder, and Adebayo asked Kunle to climb first. Reason being that he wanted to watch over and about the place, but Kunle objected. "You are the leader here. Why me? Climb first, I promise I'll follow you." But Adebayo said, "Go on, I only want to survey everything around here," and he swore to follow almost immediately. "I will follow you. I am very serious." And then Kunle went on to climb the top of the ladder. And immediately Kunle climbed and got to the top of the ladder, beckoning on Adebayo to climb as well. A wicked idea clicked in Adebayo's head once again. He thought, I would gain more reward if I accuse Kunle of wanting to kill the king. Yes, that's a nice idea. Let me shout. And he looked up at Kunle, who was beckoning on him to come up. Ho, 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 ho. Yes, to be continued, people. Our next storyline will continue from where we have stopped today. Thank you. Bye. Hey, friends. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so for more of these stories. Thank you. Bye.